Hello, my dears, and welcome back to the Fairy Coach Tarot YouTube channel. I want to wish you, first of all, a happy month of May, as today is May 1st. And today we're starting a new series that is Love Relationship Tarot, right? And we're going to begin this weekly series with something to do with this month, right? So the idea is that it's an interactive tarot as we do for the weekly reading. So you're going to choose one of the decks, right? And then we're going to pull 3 cards about love relationship for the month of May. So the first card is going to be, what do you need to know this month regarding love and relationships? The second card will be, what do you need to release this month that has to do with love and relationships? And the third card is what to embody, or what steps you need to take this month. All right. So again, this is a pick a deck interactive tarot, and it's all about love and relationships for this month of May. All right, so let's get started. We are going to connect with the breath as we always do. Remember, your breath is the life force, and that's how we connect with center and we ground. So I want you to take 3 deep breaths with me. We're going to start. We're going to take inhale through the nose, hold it at the top, and then exhale through the mouth, making the exhale longer than the inhale, as if you were blowing a birthday candle. All right, let's get started. Inhale through the nose, hold it, exhale through the mouth, a little bit longer than the inhale. Let's do it again. Inhale through the nose, hold, exhale through the mouth. And the last one, inhale through the nose, hold, exhale through the mouth. All right, now that we are grounded and centered, I want you to pick a deck or one of the fairies. Today we have the blue fairy, the yellow fairy, and the purple fairy. And just pick either the fairy or the deck that resonates more, that calls on you, kind of like you feel this is the one. Without thinking, just pick one. Ready? All right, let's begin with our blue fairy. All right. So we're going to charge the card, say a little prayer, and say that we want 3 cards. The first one, what we need to know. The second card, what to release. And the third card, what to embody, or what steps to take. All right, we have the first card, what we need to know. Ooh, this one wanted to jump out. So we have what to release. And this is something it seems like we need to release for sure, because it jumped out. And now what to embody. All right, so we have our 3 cards for this month of May regarding love and relationships. So this is what we need to know. And we have the Queen of Swords. So this queen is all about being assertive. So what you need to know is that this month is a month where being assertive and discerning is very important, mostly also in communication, right? So one thing that the energies that could be around this month have to do with making sure that communication is present in either your relationship or if you're looking for love. And also this queen is very discerning, or I mean, she's very self-aware, and she knows, and in order to practice that discernment, it's good that we have self-awareness. So for example, if you're looking for love at this time, or for a relationship, be clear on what you want from the other person, also what you are going to bring into the relationship, right? So by doing that self-awareness of what do you really want, right? What do you want? Do you want something serious? Do you want something casual? Are you looking for somebody who is an introvert, who's an extrovert, who likes the same hobbies than you, who's more adventurous? So, getting clear on what you're looking for, right? If you're looking for a relationship at this time, and then also be able to communicate what you're looking for. So, like this, you do not waste your time or your energy with others that it may not be a good fit. So just be clear. So the energies, or what you need to know for this month, is that you need to be assertive in your communication, and you need to be clear about what you want so you can be very discerning. Now, I put an example of if you're looking for love or for a relationship. But what about if you're already in a relationship? If you're married or in a stable relationship, what does the energy say that you need to know for this month? Well, the same for you to be very assertive, right? And we need to differentiate being assertive from being aggressive. That does not mean being pushy or fighting about what you want. No, assertiveness coming from a place of calm. Look, this is a queen. So a queen is that feminine energy that it's telling you you can communicate your needs, you can be assertive, you can let the other person know what you like, what you don't like, what you want, but in a way that is nurturing, that is loving, right? But it's very important to be assertive. So, for anybody that's either in a relationship or looking for a relationship at this time, what the cards are telling you that you need to know this month is to be assertive, to be discerning, right? And that you can do it from a place of gentleness, of kindness, that the assertiveness doesn't have to be argumentative or pushy, right? So, this is what we need to know, what energies are present in the air. Now, we are going to look now at what we need to release. Hmm, interesting. We have the Ace of Cups for what we need to release. So here, cups, it's emotions, it's the water element. So what do you need to release? So you perhaps need to release, what this card is letting us know is to release the maybe the vision that you have that it's unrealistic about what love should be or what a relationship should be, right? So this card usually means an opportunity is being handed to you, right? But here we have it as what to release. So what we need to release is perhaps we have this idea, this idea, emotional idea, or romantic idea of what our relationship should look like, right? And although it is important to have goals, to have for a relationship, to know what you want and to know who you are and what you also bring in the relationship, like I mentioned before, there are some things that we need to be realistic about. So, although there may be a person that it is right for you, or you are already in a relationship with somebody who embodies a lot of the things that are a good match for you, that doesn't mean that the person is perfect, right? Or that you should be a perfect a certain way. So release anything that doesn't seem realistic at this time, right? Now, please do not, if something is important for you, right? Do not discard it saying, "Oh, well, maybe this is not realistic." It's not about this. It's perhaps about doing an assessment of what is a must, what is important that you need to have in that relationship, or what are things that you may want that really are not that important. So, for example, again, we're going to put the two examples. If you're looking for a relationship, right, and there are some things that are important, such as, for example, the person's character or personality and how that combines with yours, right? Or if you are looking more for somebody who perhaps is a homebody and likes to do calm things, right? Or to the contrary, you're looking for somebody who's very extroverted and likes to do things that involve a lot of adventure or being around people. So those are things that you cannot compromise in, because that will determine the happiness that you will have in that relationship. But now what to release are the things that wouldn't really mind. So for example, if you're looking for a relationship and let's say you like blue eyes or green eyes, or or brown eyes, whatever specific color, and the person doesn't have those color of eyes or doesn't have the exact physique, well, although it's important that you're attracted to the person, maybe focusing on the little nitty bitty is not the most important thing when looking for a relationship. And if you're already married or in a serious committed relationship, it's also about the same. Release any ideals that are not important at this time. So maybe also choose your battles, and maybe if the person is a wonderful partner and is there for you, but maybe they forget to take the trash out or put the dishes in the dishwasher, or little things. So perhaps releasing that perfectionism and understanding what's important in the relationship and what needs to be released because it may be not important, or an ideal that it's not, that will not make that will not make that much importance, like in the long run, right? So here we have what we need to know is to be assertive this month, but also what we need to release. And what we need to release is these perhaps romantic ideas that is what's going to make the relationship great, when we need to focus on really what's important. So release any ideas that are not that crucial and focus on what really is important for you to have in a relationship. Now, what to embody or what steps to take. So this card tells it all, because it's the Knight of Cups, that it's love, emotions, and what is he doing? He's moving, right? So this is all about taking action. So what to do if you're looking for a relationship? Doing nothing is not the way to go this month. So putting yourself out there, asking yourself, what step can I take towards finding the relationship that I want, based on what I need to know, that it's being assertive, knowing what I want, releasing anything that really is not that a big deal in my list of important things in that relationship. So what steps can I take to manifest or to create the relationship that I want? Now, if you are married or in a serious relationship, again, it's almost the same thing. So if you've been having arguments or something's off, is what steps can you take on your part, right, to make things better or to create that bond that you're looking for? Now, a relationship is a two-way street. So here you may be taking all the steps you need to, right? But the other person is not doing their part. So if something's off in your relationship and you're taking the steps, you're doing everything you can on your part, and the other person is not meeting you halfway and is not putting an effort, then that's that's something that you need to look at and and make that discernment of, is this the right relationship for me? But we always need to work on ourselves. So instead of trying to change the other person, this card is telling you what you need to embody, or what you need to do is, what steps can you take? So if you're looking for a relationship, putting yourself out there and actually being actively looking, and not being passive. And if you are already in a relationship, what can you do on your part to make the relationship better, right? So here you have the 3 cards. What you need to know about this month, what you need to release, and what steps to take, or what you need to embody. Remember, this is a general reading, although it's a pick a deck, pick a card. So take what resonates. If you're here and it's another month and it's in the future, maybe there is a message that you need, and that's why you're here, for a purpose, and just take what resonates. Now, if this has resonated with you and you want to dig more into the specific situation for you, or to kind of like assess how your relationship is at this time, please contact me for a personal private session with me, and we can really go more in depth into your specific situation at this time. Remember, I am here to help you find solutions, and I combine tarot with coaching. And like this, you get to take those steps that to create and manifest the life you want. Now, if you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. All right, let's look at the second deck, that is the Yellow Fairy, right? And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna take 3 cards out, right? So first we're gonna activate the cards, say a little prayer, and tell them what we are wanting, right? So we want for this month of May. The first card will be what we need to know about our love life, our relationship. The second card, what we need to release. And the third card, what step to take or what to embody. All right. I think these 2 want to come out. So here we're going to have 2 that know what to release. So what we need to know about this month of May, the 5 of Cups. So this month is telling you not to dwell on past failures. So if you are struggling with heartbreak at this time, with disappointment, heartbreak can be one of the hardest things to go through, or when a relationship breaks, divorce, or not being picked or chosen by the person you want. And it's, please, the first thing, if you are going through this, is to give yourself some compassion and practice self-care, because it's very, very hard. It's a way, it's a form of grieving. You're grieving the end of a relationship. You're grieving your dreams about it. So if you're going through that, the first thing is to give yourself some love and compassion, self-love, self-compassion, and practicing self-care. But this card does not announce that you're going to have a loss this month. To the contrary, what it's letting you know is that if right now you're going through something hard, or there is something hard from your past that is influencing your present, it's time not to keep dwelling on it. So it's time to pick yourself up and remember that, you see, even though some cups have fallen, there are some that are still up. So you always have options. Life can still reward you with a great love. So the energies, or what you need to know for this month, is that if at any point during this month or right now you are feeling defeated, you are going through heartbreak, or you are mourning something that has happened in the past, is to pick yourself up, right? That it's important to remember your blessings, the good things in your life, and that there are options and is always something good to focus on. And either a new person will enter your life, or somebody that you already know will become that great partner for you. So it's the energies, or what to know about this month is not to dwell on what's lost and not to feel defeated. All right. So that's important. And now, what to release? And we got two cards, and it's the King of Cups and the Devil. And this makes a very interesting combination, and more when we're talking about what needs to be released, right? Because here it's letting us know perhaps it's important to be that what we need to be released is not to be so rigid. So, if you are looking for a relationship right now, or you're already in a relationship, not to be rigid, you know, um, nobody's perfect. No relationship is perfect, no matter how much they put the pictures on Instagram or on social media saying they have, as anybody has a perfect relationship. No, a relationship is a journey. And sometimes it's in its good phases, sometimes it can be in its most challenging ones, right? What's important is that there is respect, love, and that there is, and violence is never okay, right? Violence and abuse, both physically and emotionally, are never okay. But relationships do go through their ups and downs. So it's important not to be rigid, right? To understand and be fluid with the relationship, that sometimes we need to make certain adjustments. Sometimes we need to look at our own behavior. Sometimes we cannot expect so much from the other. So what to release is that rigidity. And then also, with looking at the devil, is remembering that a partner, either if you're looking for one, or your spouse or your significant other right now, they they are a partner, but they shouldn't be your whole world. You are a whole person yourself. So cultivating a life of your own, right? While being in a relationship, have your own interests, your own hobbies, be your own person. Because if both of you are your own person, when you come together, right, it adds, you become partners in a very healthy way. But if you make of the other person your entire world, and you forget who you are, or you forget your hobbies and your interests, then it's always going to be something out of balance, right? So what to release in this case is this: rigidity and obsession or addiction to the other person. All right. And now we have what to embody, or what steps to take. And this is the Ace of Wands, right? So what does this card tells us that we can either do or embody this month? And it's all about fire and passion. So one step to take if you are looking for a relationship at this time is to feel that passion about who you are, and what you're going to bring into that relationship. So also, it's really everything starts, that's an ace, everything starts by loving yourself, and feeling good about yourself. And it's like a fire, bringing that warmth into others. So if you're looking for a relationship and you are not feeling good about yourself, or you are not being warm like the fire and kind to when you're meeting others, maybe it's going to be much harder. So this card is telling you, bring that warmth, that passion, that feel good about yourself, right? The first step to take. And if you are already in a partnership or married, or in a relationship somehow, the same thing. Bring warmth into it. This is about bringing warmth and passion into your relationship. All right, let's do a quick recap for this one. So, what you need to know about this month? Not to dwell on losses or what has not worked well, to remember your blessings, to remember that life always gives you a second chance, and pretty much is not. um if you feel yourself feeling depressed or down, try to get some help for this and pick yourself up with thinking of gratitude, thinking of your blessings, and not dwelling on losses or the past. And what to release? Well, we have two important things to release, that is rigidity, being rigid and being, not being tolerant, and also obsession or addiction to another person, right? And the step to take is all about warmth and passion with this fire element and this and the Ace of Wands. So take steps to being warm, passionate, and everything starts with you. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and remember that if you want to dig deeper into your concern with relationships or anything else, you can make a private appointment with me. I help you find solutions with coaching and the tarot. All right, let's look at the last deck. And we have the Purple Fairy and this beautiful deck that has these pastel colors. Excellent. So we're gonna charge the cards and tell them that we won 3 cards, that we want to know what to expect for this month, what to release, and what to embody or what steps to take. Let's begin. Oh, this one jumped. So let's put it here. Oh, they are talkative. They are jumpy and talkative. All right, my dear, let's see what comes out for release. They are talkative. There is something that they definitely want us to know. And now, what to embody. All right. So, what do we need to know for this month? Oh, the Hierophant. All right. This is all about having faith, right? And also knowing that there is people there for you if you need advice and all of that. So how does that relate, and what do we need to know towards love and relationship? And this is all about have faith, have faith if you are in a relationship. um, don't lose hope that things can change. And if you are looking for a relationship, it's have faith that things that you will find the right person for you, right? But also the Hierophant also brings another message, that it's that sometimes we need advice from others, right? Sometimes we need somebody to lend us a hand. So ways to look at that in that perspective. If you're looking for a relationship, right? Perhaps reading more about how to, there are wonderful podcasts out there right now, and even social media accounts with great relationship coaches, or psychologists that focus on relationship and love. So, what can you learn? Maybe following a YouTube channel that is about relationships. And this is what's telling us it's find help when it comes to maybe advice, right? So that's a very inexpensive thing that you can do is either following a social media channel or finding advice in a specific accounts that can tell you about relationships if you're looking for a new relationship, and if you're already in a relationship also, it's about learning. And that can be if you can get yourself a relationship coach, or getting advice on, or maybe going to couples therapy if you are in a partnership right now. That would be great. But if budget is a problem, remember there are podcasts and accounts to follow that give wonderful advice. Or also, if you enjoy books and readings as much as I do, remember, do some search on your local bookstore or on one of the big like Amazon or Walmart, and just look for books that are on relationships or on marriage, because here you may learn something. So what you need to know for this month is you need to have faith, right? Faith in yourself, faith in the divine, faith that you will find the love that you want, and faith that you can transform your relationship. First thing. Second, that perhaps getting advice from somebody, either by reading a book, following a YouTube channel or a social media account, or listening to a podcast on relationships or marriage, is a good idea for you right now. So be open to that, right? Now, what to release? And we have the Four of Swords. So, card about rest, right? A card about rest, but Swords is the air element, so it's the intellect, the thinking, the head, right? So here, when it tells you what to release, so it's time to release the heavy thinking. So the overthinking, if you're looking for a relationship and you're just keep on thinking, and it's kind of like obsessive thoughts about it, let them go. Learn to let them go, to flow, to enjoy finding, or the journey of finding a relationship. But it's about not becoming too centered with these thoughts. Is let them go. This is in the release position, so let all those obsessive thoughts go, and learn to be more relaxed about it. And if you are in already a relationship or married, remember the same thing, that it's about not getting so caught up in your thoughts about something the other person has done or has not done, and you keep thinking about it and ruminating and creating that obsessive thoughts that take you down the rabbit hole. It's about be more relaxed about it, be more relaxed about your thoughts, and just flow more with the situation. And what to embody, or what steps to take. And we have the Emperor. That's so interesting. We had the Hierophant for the what to know about the month, and what steps to take is the Emperor. And the Emperor is all about creating a good foundation. So if you're looking for a relationship, remember that creating a solid foundation for the type of relationship you want is the best step to take for you right now, right? So, kind of laying the groundwork for what you expect. So, again, we have to know yourself well enough for getting yourself ready for what you want out of the relationship. So, laying a solid foundation, right? So, one thing that comes to mind right now is, for example, if you're looking for a serious relationship, right? And you're looking for a certain type of person, choose where you're going to find them, right? Because although you never know, and really you can meet people anywhere, but perhaps if you are more into, let's say, quiet places like museums or going on hikes on nature and everything, perhaps going to places that are very noisy and where people are all about you know, having an adventurous time, or so it's not the right place. So what this is telling you is lay the foundation, lay a good foundation for what you're looking for, and also in not only for what you're looking for, but if you're starting a relationship, of what are your expectations, what are your non-negotiables. Again, it's all about creating that structure. The emperor is a lot about structure, but it's a good structure. It's a structure that it's a good foundation for your relationship. If you are already committed and you are, or you're married, the emperor is telling you that it's important to have boundaries. All right. So sometimes when we're in a relationship, we forget the importance of boundaries, and it's all right to have boundaries and things that you are not okay with and things that are non-negotiable. So this card reminds you of boundaries. So perhaps it's time, the step to take for you is to create boundaries, and that can also work for if you're looking for a relationship. Also know your boundaries. All right, let's recap for this deck. So what we need to know: to have faith, to learn and seek help, right? If we need to, and to learn about relationships, to learn about our marriage and things that, to dig deeper. And if you can get a coach, a counselor, or even if you want a private tarot reading with coaching, anything that can help you. So it's about faith and also keeping a mind with things to help you. Book, podcasts, coach, counselors, anything that you feel would be good for you right now. What to release? Release intrusive, negative, or obsessive thoughts about the other person, the relationship. Learn to relax and to flow, right? And what steps to take. This is about creating a good structure for your relationship and having boundaries. All right? Very important. Again, if you enjoyed this reading, this is a general reading. Take what resonates, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. And very important that if you want a private session with me, please, you can reach out with a DM or go to my website, and you can either send me an email or reach out to me via DM or WhatsApp. So that works as well. And remember, I do tarot that it's predictive but mostly prescriptive, in the sense that I combine it with coaching so you can create the life you want and manifest by creating. So the best type of future is the one you create for yourself. All right, have a wonderful month, and like and subscribe to the channel for weekly videos, daily shorts, and also not only the weekly video for with pick a card or pick a deck, but also some healing videos to work on your energy. Have a wonderful month. Brightest blessings.